Chris, how's it going today?
Going all right. Start of a new week. Fortunately, finished under 500 in the NFL yesterday, but I still finished 500 overall. The Sixers saved my day, so can't complain. Now we just start a new week and look to move forward.
Rod, how about you? How you doing?
Doing good. It was I went 3-3 in yesterday's NFL, but all the other sports saved me and gave me a nice winning day thanks to the Bruins and beating up on Vegas. So a nice $15 play came in too, so can't complain. Nice start of a new week and looking forward to a loaded week of action. Bring it home.
All right, not quite the college hoops schedule this week that we've seen in recent weeks. That's for sure.
No,
Even the like the Thursday card sucks. It's like normally it's like the Tuesday card and the Thursday card. It's like it's better than today's, but it's like it's still not a lot there. We'll give everyone a couple minutes to join us here. Kind of just go over some of the things that we saw yesterday. I got killed in the NFL yesterday. It's one of those days where it's just going to happen. It's like every little backdoor, every little thing just goes against you. And then sometimes your very best ideas, turn out to be your very worst. And, the ones that you knew, and you didn't put in. It all starts with changing your $15 big play. It always starts there. And, and then it just always deteriorates. I changed it from the Bengals to the Bills, and I got backdoored. And from there, it was just the whole world collapsed. Also, I had the Atlanta Hawks. I meant to put it in money line. I took it points, lost that. It was like all these things. I just hit the wrong button, and it all steamrolls from there. Sometimes you'll have a run where you'll hit a bunch, luckily, but doesn't seem to happen often enough, that's for sure. But, it's the nature of the beast, and you move on to the next day, and that's pretty much how it all works out. But a lot of people will find this out, as the capper contest unfolds. I put a message out there on Instagram. I'm going to put out another one probably later. I'm probably going to do one of those with Rod, just a quick minute, to go over some of the things that I'm seeing in the contest that are good and the things that I'm seeing in the contest that aren't good. And it's like in a lot of the other stuff. I'll say it now and I'll say it again later, and I'm going to say it again and again and again. We don't just hire the person that wins the contest. But I can tell you this, and I'll promise you this. If you have trouble with something with the contest and you decide to send me an instant message on Twitter, you will not be the person we select, as the extra capper. I promise you that. It's like, I know that, I know you're not in charge of the contest. And I know it's like, yeah, as soon as you know that, that's where you should stop. I'm just telling you. It's like, because if you can't follow the simple directions, or you can't wait until we can do it and realize you're not our highest priority right this second on NFL Sunday, then, you're not going to fit with us anyway. So it doesn't really matter. And, I don't understand it, I couldn't reach Rod. His messages are off or whatever. So it's like, I don't care. I do not care. I think, one of the things, I'm not going to sit here and pat myself on the back or do any of these things like that. And this is early Monday, so I can say these things. But it's, the thing is that what you guys don't see and what you don't realize, and I'll say it a million times, but you guys, it goes in one ear and out the other, is that you don't see a lot of people that run the company, that own the company, on these videos and on these live shows. You don't see anybody else doing it. Everybody else that you see on every other channel is a paid employee. Everybody else on any other YouTube channel, except for the little guys, except for the really little guys. And some of the really little guys that are becoming bigger guys, maybe those guys own it, but they don't have an operation nearly the size that we have. With 2 websites and 85 people and all this other stuff. They might have 6 friends, that are doing it. Maybe 2 paid people out of the 10 people that are doing it. So it's like, when you send me a direct message, it's like, there's a reason why I'm not running the contest. It's like, right? It's like, I love the idea of it. Obviously, you're going to be someone working for us, and with us, but it's like, I love that whole idea, but I don't have the time to do it. So as far as me having the time to handhold you when you're not even working with us, believe me, the number one priority is always going to be our customers. Number two is the people that work with us already. So, the contest, that's why Rod is running it. It's like, I don't understand it, Well, I know you're not running the contest. I can't tell you how many of these I've gotten. It's ridiculous. So here, I want to make sure that I got my picks in. Why are you telling me, man? It ain't going to make a difference. Believe me. This is what's going to happen.
Right there,
this is what happened. This is what I do. When I get these messages, here's my procedure. Here's exactly how I handle them. Right? Block person, leave conversation. That's block, whoever it is, block user ABC, delete conversation. Says, you want to leave this conversation? Yes. Forever. So, this could be a life-changing experience for you. This could be something that absolutely changes your life. Chris, is your life different, working with us? And I'm not saying just because you get to give out picks all day. Has your life changed for the better since you work with, the biggest asshole out there, right? Biggest egomaniac, whatever these people say about me, right? Seriously, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's like, and the biggest asshole out there and the biggest egomaniac is also the highest payer of all of the sites out there. I'm also the highest payer to all the people. And it's not even close. I pay at least 10% more, 5 to 10% more than anybody else out there. Across the board. So, whatever the case may be, man. I don't know why people would send me that message, especially when they lead it off. I know you're not running this.
It's like the people that say, I don't mean to be an ass, but.
Right. I don't mean to be a jerk, but, I don't mean to thoroughly disrespect everything that you've said, and just disrespect your customers, your time, and the way that everybody else is doing the contest. But I sat on my ass until the very last second, so I was unable to contact Rod because he actually sleeps and has a life. Outside of the parameters that he set, which are pretty wide open for you to be able to get in touch with him and get your picks in and stuff. I put the thing up the night before at like 8, 9 o'clock. And then, it's like I left it open. He told me to shut the comments off at noon. I waited till 12:10. And it's like, for some reason, I can't get my picks in. People message me. Yeah, because it cuts off at noon. Eastern.
At noon.
Yeah.
It's like.
It
says, did you read the rules of the contest? It says noon is the cutoff. That's why. And then I had somebody message me going, somebody deleted my comment. I can't find it. It's not there anymore. And I was like, yeah, because all the comments disappear. We turn them off. So as soon as we turn them back on to get them graded, your comments will show back up and they'll be there. It didn't get deleted. As long as you put it in, it'll still be there. So don't fret that.
I just struggle with it.
See the comments. I struggle with
I want so bad to find the next great cappers, right? I give an opportunity that no other site is given this, right? The guys like at Wager Turd, those guys are like paid salary guys. They don't have a chance. That's it, It's like they're not real handicappers. They're guys that are paid a salary. Like our guys, they get paid when they win. Those guys, they get like a salary. They're not, that's how they do it over there. So maybe you should go there, if that's your thing. Might be easier for you. They don't work weekends. Great. Good gig. Ridiculous. Anyways, outside of that, we'll come back to it.
But so far, I've already graded day one, so don't worry, we'll find I just haven't figured out where we're going to put the list.
I had to fix the spreadsheet a little bit there. Rod butchered my spreadsheet, but I went back and fixed it. Yes.
Sorry.
Well, we said this first column was going to be the total, and then you put everything in.
And I put.
So I went back and now what I'm doing also is I'm getting a little fancy here. Is I'm color coding the column after you grade. After you grade, I'm color coding the column to match the color of the cover on the inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like the purple. If it's purple, it'll be purple. If it's red, it's red. If it's yellow, it's yellow or
It's yellow.
orange, right? So we're gonna try, or it's similar, right? It's similar color. Yeah, and it's just gonna go that way. And plus, on the bottom, we'll have the date, and I put the legend on the bottom.
Okay.
Freaking try hard.
The aggravation.
Your booty color coded spreadsheet.
So you're getting 10 points, right? You're down by 11. There's like 2 minutes left to go in the game. You got 3 timeouts. You're on the other team's 5-yard line. You got 4th and 1. And you kick the field goal? I mean, what the hell? Who does that? Even like Tony Romo and Jim Nantz, who are supposedly, right? They don't criticize coaches, right? They question them, but they don't criticize them. They were just like, why would you do that? It's like, you'd love to have that one back, Shows buffering. I don't know what that means, but it's nothing I can control on my end.
Definitely.
This is what I do. I show up. There's a little button that says "Go live." I hit it. I got this. I got it. I don't even have a mouse. I got one of these track pads. I drive the little thing. It's the arrow. I clicked. I moved my mic back into the scene. I don't know. I just felt like it. I did it because I can.
Change it up.
Freaking hate Monday. I spend like half the show telling Al Ninos he's an idiot for taking the Broncos. They come back and backdoor me also.
That's the epitome. That's just the long and short of how Sunday went.
Yeah, pretty much. Mahomes makes the throw. It's like for the touchdown. It's all going. It's like, did you see that throw? That was crazy. And then the Dolphins, man, you're idiots. Idiots. It's like, I don't even understand the game plan. Is the game plan to just stand back there and just heave it?
And heave it?
Yeah.
Like,
is that the game plan? It's like,
well, that's what they.
It's like Tua does this. He's like, you do one of these, you do one of these, and you do one of these, and then like to the tight end, right, to the slow fat kid. It's like, you do one of these,
Yeah, he's just in the middle of it.
Right, he does like the little you do one of these, but he doesn't look at him. He's just all right. You do one of these. But it's like, what was that? It's like 3rd and 2. I don't know. Let's throw it 68 yards down into triple coverage, and then have 2 receivers like standing next to each other on plays.
Right.
And then the coach looks confused as to why they lost.
I think he might have been on acid. That's what it looked like to me. Maybe he was on acid because he was looking like he was. I don't know what the coach was doing, but either way, he was not looking like he was in the game.
What a jerk face. Now they play Buffalo. 3 road games in a row.
Oh, we in trouble.
What a jerk face.
It was the pass to nobody. This is like, what do you? I was there a ghost there, or was he seeing ghosts? And I don't know who he was throwing it to. Second down, he heaves it right in the middle. There was nobody there, man. Not even close. Definitely got me on that one.
Yeah. I didn't have a pick in that game. So we go to tonight's game. We got the Patriots taking on the Cardinals. Mac Jones, we're going to have to sit through this whiner it's going to sound like me talking about the contest. It's like going to be watching that for like 5 hours worth, Chris, what do you think of this crappy of crappy Monday night matchups?
I kind of took a little bit of heat in the comments of the video for this one, but I still like the under. Two defenses that pride themselves on getting pressure on the opposing quarterback. Arizona's defense hasn't been very good for much else, but at least they try to get it in the backfield and cause pressure, and that's not what you want with Mac Jones to begin with. But I think it's going to be difficult for Jones to move the ball even more than it has been up and down the field. And I think New England's going to get to Kyler Murray, and Kyler Murray, even if he gets out and gets out of the pressure unscathed, he's been known to make bad decisions, and he doesn't have the football IQ that I'm looking for if I'm putting out a starting quarterback in the NFL. So I think this one's going to be a lot of mistakes, a lot of trudging around between the 20s, and I like this one to come in under 43.5.
Rod, any chance Chris Beard survives this today? My guess is he will be fired by the end of the day. And if they don't fire him here, I didn't know this news on Texas. I only had seen the dropping line, but now I'm seeing the story. Does he survive the day as Texas head coach? I don't see it. I don't see how they could do it. It's like he's I mean, this is going to be the ultimate test at the ultimate, spot for it. I mean,
correct.
It's
right.
like,
It's like,
what do? You put him, what is this, 3-game probation? I mean, it'd be very, very, very tough to stand behind that. Today's culture. What do you think? I'm gonna say by the end of the day he's fired.
Yeah, I'm gonna say by the end of the day he's fired too. And I don't not understand. You can't. No, yeah, he's done. He just can't. Yeah.
Chris, any bets on this?
On if he gets fired?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he did. Texas probably wants to wash their hands of this. So
you got to. I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. In today's culture, I guess, we see it go both ways, right? We see it go both ways, but it's like, I never agree with it when it goes the other way. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. If he doesn't get fired, he's going to be suspended for the rest of the season.
I mean, there's two ways that it goes. I mean, it's crazy because, so Deshaun Watson, who the hell even know what happened, right? I mean, who the hell even knows? And then you have other guys that have these incidents too. And then you have Trevor Bauer, who, consensual, right?
Yeah.
He's gone, right? I mean, when's the last time I heard of this guy? And, I mean, how many teams could use a number one starting pitcher? Especially, the Dodgers are paying him. That's guaranteed money. I wonder if they got out of that. Doubt it. I don't know. It all depends on. It's one of those they probably settled. They probably had to settle. I don't like this choking strangulation piece. Rob, what do you think of this tonight's game? Speaking of chokers, got the Cardinals and the Patriots here.
Well, yeah, just speaking of chokers, I think both QBs throw an interception. As Chris said, this is going to be a sloppy game, and I like the under as well. I think both offenses have been struggling to stack up the points, and I just don't see it here. I like the under 43.5. It's got like 17-14 written all over it. I like the under, and I like both QBs to throw a pick. This is going to be a sloppy game. It's just how do you bet against New England in the bounce back? In the Brady era or in the Belichick era with him coaching, he just doesn't lose 2 in a row. So you'd have to lean New England. I got no premium play in this fight. I like the under in this one. This is a better play.
I'm on the over. Betting tools like the over. I'm on the over. Pretty much the way you draw it up on the telestrator. I don't love either side, but if the betting tools tell me that it's an over, then I'm going to go with the over. Not going to argue it. I hate Mac Jones. Guts.
Oh, want to bet he does a fancy dance if he scores a touchdown?
Look
at me.
What a jerk face this guy is. The jerk store called. I'm going with jerk store. Going with jerk store. All right, go to the NBA. The jerk store called and we're out of Mac Jones. Bengals play the Bills in 2 weeks, man. What do you think of that?
That's gonna be
That'd
good.
be a good one.
In Cincinnati, I like Bengals. They're playing well, man.
They're starting to turn it up like they did last year.
Pacers against the Heat, the Blizzards against the Nets, the Grizz against the Hawks, and the Mavericks against the Thunder Buddies. Chris?
Yeah, I like the Brooklyn Nets laying the points here. I want no part of the Washington Wizards right now, and the Brooklyn Nets playing some solid ball, and it's only that loss to the Boston Celtics at home that's standing between them and a 7-game win streak coming into this game. So I think Brooklyn comes in, I think, to the better team, playing better basketball, and I don't think they're going to be resting as many guys tonight for this game. So I like the Nets laying the points there. And I'm also going to take Oklahoma City plus the points against the Dallas Mavericks. I know Dallas getting Luka Doncic back for this one, but even when Doncic has been in, it hasn't helped them. When they're laying at least 3 points this season, at least 5 points this season, the Mavericks are 2-11-1 against the spread. We love the Thunder in the underdog role. I'm taking the Thunder plus the points.
Who's your favorite, like, Eastern European-born player whose last name to pronounce? Whose would that be, Chris? Because you definitely specialize in these Eastern European basketball player last name pronunciations that Rod and I struggle with.
Right.
Who's your favorite?
Who's my last name to say, or just my last name in general?
Just to, like,
just player in
we
general.
know you're showing off. I mean, so it's like you don't have to, like, try and hide it like that. Oh, it's my I just love to enunciate. It's like we know you're showing off. Like, which is your show off?
I mean,
which is the one, like, your big show off? Like, I can pronounce this and you can't.
It's like the guy from Seton Hall, the one that was just drafted into the league not too long ago, Sandru Mamukalashvili.
All right.
There you
Well, how
go.
about who's the quarterback of Clemson?
TJU. Everybody says it's like Ungala. I'm like, I don't see the N in there. I'm like, it's Ungala, I don't even. There you go. You got me on one. There you go.
How about
call him DJ.
how about my favorite? Who played center for Illinois last year in basketball?
I know it's Coburn, but I see Cockburn.
I don't know. How do you get Coburn out of that?
The K is silent. Silent K.
Silent cock. It's like, what is that? Coburn a doodle doo. It's like, I have no idea, man. It's like, what the? I don't know, man. Convenient. Let's see what his parents say. Rod, what do you think of this slot?
Well, this slot here, I like the under between the Nets and the Wizards. You look, it opened 228 down to 227. Like they just played not too long ago, and they only scored 220 points in that one. And what's changed? Not a whole lot. So I like the under 227.5 in that one. Definitely take the under. And that one, and the other one I like the Hawks here. Give me Atlanta plus the points against Memphis. Memphis definitely not a team that's built to blow teams out. They cover those 2 and 3s and the 4s, not the 8.5s. I'm gonna take the Atlanta Hawks plus the 8.5 in that one. I think they keep it within that number.
Speaking of blowing out, is it Cockburn or Coburn? Rod, I just need to know. I just need to know. It's like, not mad.
It's Cockburn. I would say it's Cockburn.
All right. Not mad.
I know it's Kofi Coburn is what they say, but I don't know how many people say Cockburn.
Who came up with that?
It's the same as what's the picture with Alcantara? It's like what?
We'll just call Chris Flo instead of Ruffalo. Chris Flo. It's his track name. Chris Flo. It's for the Olympics. Changed his name for the Olympics to better marketing. Chris Flo.
Call me Rulo.
He was a shot putter in high school.
It rhymes with Morocco.
We-
Ruffalo.
Chris was the shot putter in high school. I thought in the drive-through to get him out there, shot putting would have been the best. Man. Tony wanted to get out there, carve you up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never seen you wheeze that hard. When Toy said, "Hey, Rupel, you got to start carving up."
That's because in Canada they make you pick 3 events, and as a big guy in track, it's like yuck. So like shot put is one of those ones where you just huck the ball. So it's like, okay, I'm in. Javelin, right? You throw the stick. It's like, do I look like a guy that's going to be in?
That's the key to being a big guy.
The 1,000-meter dash or the 100-meter dash. I'm in. Look at me go! Oh, there goes everybody.
I put track on my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
For college.
Did you?
Yeah. I didn't run track. I just put it on there just to see what would happen. See if anyone says anything.
So they force you to play. You have to play these. You must pick 3. If you
Well,
want
LinkedIn didn't force me to put track on my resume, but I did. I don't think anyone's hiring me anytime soon. I've never not been fired from a job, so it's like, you falsified your LinkedIn profile. You put track team on there in college. It was like my college buddies and I were all talking about this BU wrestler that one of my friends got into a fight with at a party. And like, we wanted to like see if we could find this guy. So I went on LinkedIn and it happened to say wrestling in his profile for his college wrestler. It was the best part of it. So I'm like, I'm putting that on mine too. Track. I put track on it. I just left it there. It's been sitting there. It says track team. I think it's just his track team. It doesn't say, like, I don't have an event. It says track team. No one's ever asked me about it. Just goes to show you how verifiable that LinkedIn information is.
Is right.
Track team. Sounds
Totally. Good. Track team. Definitely. Look at you.
Swimsuit model. Carb aficionado.
Yes. Foodie, junk foodie. Yeah, I'm a junk foodie.
I just realized it's like, we know there's like Cigar Aficionado, the magazine. I'd be like the cover for Carb Aficionado, and I'm smoking a piece of linguine or something.
It's like I ate at a restaurant like a few weeks ago, and it's like I asked for a cracker, for the oyster, and they bring it over. It's like, we make our own crackers. It's like, I'll tell you what, man, I like the saltine better. Trust me on this. It's like, I'm a junk foodie. It's like, we've made this sea urchin spread on, it's like, you got any cheese in a can? It's like,
give me the cheese.
It's like, I just need a topper, and it's like about that big.
It's like, my wife eats peanut butter sandwiches, no jelly. It's like, what's going on there?
That sounds like it's really gonna stick to the root. Yeah,
it's sticky. Yeah.
This peanut butter sandwich is making me thirsty.
It's crazy, man. Anyways, I like the Pacers against the Heat. I'm done with the Heat. Done. Checking out of that relationship. They've done me dirty too many times. They lost to the Spurs at home. Kiss my ass. How about that? Taking the Wizards against the Nets. The Nets never cover, man. Never. It's like the YouTube comments about my picks. Just bet against the Nets every time. Just bet against Mitch every time. Every time. He never gets a game right. I also like the Thunder Buddies for life and the Grizz. San Antonio Spurs against the Cavaliers. Got the Portland Trailblazers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Clippers versus the Celtics. Chris?
Yeah, I like the over between Minnesota and Portland. I think that game's just completely defense optional. I don't expect there to be any defense whatsoever to be played in that one. And I lean towards the under in the Celtics Clippers game. I was leaning towards Boston, but this is outside of Norman Powell. This is probably the healthiest the Clippers are going to be this season. So, but I think points are going to be harder to come by in that one. I think it's going to be a playoff type atmosphere. We get to 215 ish, but not to 224.5. So give me the under in Boston and the Clippers.
And for me in this one, I like the Clippers here against Boston. You look, Clippers been rolling. They cover. This looks like a game that they get up for, which is what the Clippers do. They seem to just pick games and this looks like a game we'll get up for, and then they play good. So I think this is a game they get up for playing Boston here. I think this comes down to who's got the ball last. So I'll take the points if the Clippers don't outright them. So let's go with the Clippers in that one.
Celtics 3 games in 4 days. Tomorrow they play again. They play the Lakers at the, what's it called?
Crypto.com arena.
You know, the one in Miami is still called the FTX arena. I think they won't rename it because they're afraid if they rename it, they'll have to give the money back. I'm not sure why it is, but it makes sense, right? It's like, well, you took the name down, so you got to change it. You know, you didn't do your part of the contract. I don't know. Can't understand otherwise why else they would do it. Anyways, if you joined us late, the Become a Capper contest is going. If you miss a day, it's minus 330. I'm telling you, man, no reason to miss a day. So you got plenty of time to do it. And if you miss a day when you work with me, well, it's a lot worse than minus 330. Ask these guys. I can be a douchebag. I know it's hard to believe. I know you guys will struggle with even trying to even picture that, but it happens.
It's sunshine and rainbows. It totally is. You should see it.
That's Chris what happens when he doesn't put a pick in. That's what happens when you buy a yearly package or a weekly package. You don't have your pick in that time. Montreal taking on Calgary. I'll take Montreal in that one. Pittsburgh against Dallas. Star. I'll take the Penguins on the puck line in that one. Parlay it with the Montreal. And the Rangers against the Devils. I don't know. Weird one. Weird game. I don't know, but get a great deli sandwich at that one. Chris, what do you think of those 3?
Yeah, I'm with you. I do like Montreal, the plus money. You know, they've won 4 straight head-to-head against the Calgary Flames, and I want no part of this Flames team right now. So, give me Montreal at the plus money in that one. I'm not laying minus 225 or chasing a puck line with a team that's won 3 games on the road in 12 tries this season. So, give me Montreal and give me the under 6 between the Devils and the Rangers. I think that's hard-hitting, true-to-form rivalry game. 1st to 3 wins that thing. So give me the under 6 between the Devils and Rangers.
Rod?
I agree. I like Montreal here against the Flames. Just as Chris said, 3 wins on the road for these Flamers. They're going to flame out. This is, I believe this might be their last game of this long, extended East Coast road trip. I think it's they just want to get out and go home. So I'll take Montreal in that one. And I like the Devils over the Rangers here. You know, the Devils, they've only got 1 loss on the road this season, so just continue riding it. Devils on the road over the Rangers. They already beat them once this year, too, so let's go with the Devils on that one.
Any problems entering your picks, just send Rod a direct message. I'll give you his phone number.
What?
Text him anytime. Don't worry about it. And if he doesn't answer you within 2 to 3 minutes, text him again.
Definitely.
You don't get that response in the time that you see fit. No, text him again. Hello? 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 Anybody
Like
there?
Is it the cable guy from I think it's the scene from the cable guy where he's looking through like the peephole and trying to get up real close. Hello?
Senators against the Ducks. Got the Smudges against us And then the Blues against the Wild. I don't like our chances here against the Smudges so much, but I'm gonna stick with us because I'm a homer. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I liked the Senators, but not at this price. So I'm going to take the Senators to win that game in regulation, bring that minus 215 down to something a lot more manageable. The Ducks have just been terrible on the road, and I don't think that changes here. Ottawa's cooled off at home from a hot start at home to the season, but still the better team in this spot. So give me Ottawa there, and I'm going to take the over 6.5 between the Blues and the Predators. I think this game is just earmarked for goals. The over 21-5-1 in Nashville's last 27 games in the division. I think this one sees at least 7 goals or more, so I'm going to take the over here.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Take the over Nashville and St. Louis. Whole pile of goals in that one. That's what they do. Blues 8-2 to the over in their last 10. That's what the Blues seem to be doing, either picking the puck out of the net or putting it in. So either way, we get over the 6.5 on that one. And I think this Oilers power play, the Oilers power play is starting to click on all cylinders. So anytime that the Wild give them the advantage, the Oilers have been putting it in the back of the net, and that's the difference in this one. I like us in that one. Definitely taking the Oilers in that one. Maybe a homer play, but definitely going to take the Oilers to beat up on the Wild again.
All right.
Two I like.
Go to what are you selling today, Chris?
I got a couple things on the go. I got a couple 3-packs. I got one 3-pack for the NHL and one for the NBA. Also got my $15 college basketball fast break. But rather than buying everything individually for something for $5 less, hop on a 3-day pass to get all the plays today, as well as the next 2 days of action. You're going to get college hoops, NBA, NHL. I think you'll even get the Thursday night football game tossed in there as well. So hop on something long term. Use that promo code PICK for 15% off anything over $25.
I think one of the contests should be one of the things that we look for other cappers. I'll go in a second. Rod, go ahead. What are you selling?
And for me, I've got my $15 play going over at Pick Dogs Premium. It's my Mega Money Monday $15 play. We hit it yesterday. Going to hit another one today. Nice play there. I also got a 3-pack in the NBA. My Monday Insiders Info 3-pack in the NBA. Scoop all those up. Or I've got a 3-pack in the NHL. My NHL Birdcage going. The $15 play is singled by itself today. It's not included in any of these other packages. So jump aboard. Let's make some money. Continue to make some moolah.
Yeah, Rod's taking text messages, direct messages on Facebook. Hit up his Twitter DMs. Slide into his DMs on Twitter. He loves it.
Definitely.
Lives for it. I know you're not running the contest, Mitch, but I need help with the contest. It doesn't even make sense. Why would you do that? I think what I was going to say is I think like one of the things that we'll do for the contest towards the end is like anyone that, has put in picks every single day and hasn't missed a day, I mean, those are the only people that we'll really look at, for the extra cappers for the most part. Give them like some of these games on a Saturday, these college basketball games that we don't cover, like in the videos, and have them do the video. So like I did this Stony Brook Sacred Heart game last night. I did that one, so I know what it takes to go under the hood on that. And Chris also screwed me with the Lafayette Columbia. I got both of those. Appreciate it. Thanks, Chris. We'll remember you around Christmas time for that. Anyways, got
okay. You got your revenge on me for tomorrow.
Got Stony Brook versus Sacred Heart, Lafayette versus Columbia, and I'm unbelievably familiar with both those games, which is crazy. Alabama A&M versus South Alabama. Fairfield versus Yale, one of the gems on the card. Northern Iowa versus South Florida. This was like the highlight of my games that I got. Texas Rice, Syracuse Monmouth. Oral Roberts versus Liberty. Creighton versus Arizona State, Gonzaga, Northern Illinois, San Diego State, Kennesaw State, San Diego versus San Diego, Tritons versus Toreros, and then San Francisco versus New Mexico. Good one. That's the best game. Did you get that one, Chris?
No, I didn't.
No one got it then, huh? Did we
I didn't
not
even
cover
notice
that
it.
one?
I didn't have it.
Then I didn't either. I guess we'll have to go back and do it. Wow, who knew? Maybe it was a tournament or something.
It's a neutral, yeah.
Yeah, potentially.
Is it a Barclays?
I don't know.
No.
No, Vegas,
Michelob
right?
Ultra Arena. Michelob Ultra Arena.
Wonder why we didn't get that one. Weird. All right. Chris, what do you think of the card?
All right. Well, there's a couple that I like here. I like Alabama A&M plus the 10.5 against South Alabama. South Alabama 3-1 against the spread on the road, 7-1 against the spread on the year. But the majority of those have been coming in the underdog role. Not often you're seeing them, laying points, especially laying double digits. I think Alabama A&M can at least keep it within reason. So take the Bulldogs plus the points there. I like the under 148.5 between Liberty and Oral Roberts. Liberty's offense just too inconsistent for me to trust that they'll chip in towards an over here. And I think Oral Roberts can do some scoring, but again, I don't see it getting into the 150 range. So I'm going to go with the under in that one. And the other two I kind of like here. I lean towards Arizona State against Creighton. I like this Arizona State team. I think they can keep Creighton in check. And I'm leaning towards Kennesaw State plus the points against San Diego State. Kennesaw, they only lost by 3 against an equally solid VCU defense. San Diego State maybe a little bit better defensively, but I still think Kennesaw can do enough to keep this one within the 18.5. I just don't see San Diego State covering these big numbers, so I'll take Kennesaw plus the points there.
Couple I like Yale over Fairfield. Yale hung with Kentucky, only lost by 10. Fairfield's not that good. I think they can pound Fairfield by 10. Give me Yale over the Stags in that one. And the other one, I agree. Give me Arizona State plus the points against Creighton. I think that comes down to who's got the ball last. So I like the 3.5 points in hand there. Another one I like Northern Illinois plus the 31.5 against Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga wins by like 20 something. I don't think they're into a pound in Northern Illinois by 40. So I'll take Northern Illinois plus the points in that one. And I agree with Kennesaw plus the points. They're 5-0 on the road this season against the number 3-2, getting wins. You look at San Diego State; they haven't covered nothing at home this season, 0-4. So that's too many points. Give me Kennesaw plus the points in that one. And I think you got to take New Mexico on the money line over the Dons. I think they're just the better team. They haven't lost yet. 2-0 on the road, 2-0 against that number. Wrong team favored in that one. I mean, New Mexico on the money line in that one.
You got to do that video right after the show.
New Mexico is favored in that game.
Yep.
It flopped?
No, it opened at 2.5.
2.5.
Oh.
What the hell are you looking at?
I'm looking at a plus 2.5.
What kind of shop you running over there?
it just looked like it was a plus.
You're a scammer. I'm never watching your channel again.
Fake news.
Fake news. My bad.
Whoa. I got the very unprofessional in the comments on one of my videos. that hurts my feelings. Outside of making my day. Anyways, I like Arizona State on the money line against Creighton. They're playing well. They've been on like a 7-game winning streak. I've had them almost every single time. They're really, really good. Really good. Way underrated because of past years, a little bit of stigma. Creighton's not good this year. They were wrong. You got blown out by Nebraska. You're going to get your ass kicked by Arizona State. Trust me on that one. Thank me later. I also like Gonzaga against Northern Illinois. I think Rod's way off base. I think he's going to have to go dig that Gonzaga hat out of the garbage can after this one. I could see 40, 50 points on this one. Rod will show up with the half-burnt Gonzaga hat.
Slightly charred hat. Be like, there it is. Look at it.
It's like, what is that, a Gonzaga logo on there?
Remember Home Alone where Joe Pesci has the top of the hat burned out
Yep.
and he had to dunk his head in the toilet?
That would be funny.
You just see half a G in the top of the head burned off.
Well, I was surprised they beat up on Northern Illinois. It sucks ass that bad. It's like Northern Illinois is 3-6. Let's look at these three. Okay, I love this. Okay, they beat LIU on a neutral site. Which LIU was that? It was the Sharks. So we'll give them that one. Then they beat PNL. I shit you not. Okay, PNL. That's Purdue Northwest. Okay, they made that up. And then their other one, they lost. They lost by 6 to Illinois Springfield in an online game. They lost by 6 to Illinois Springfield, but Gonzaga can't beat them by 100. They lost by, they lost by 18 to Georgia Tech. They lost, oh my God. They played Sam Houston. That's the Rod Zawacki Pound Town. Sam Houston beat him by 34, but the Zags can't beat him by 30? I mean, I don't know, man. They stink. They stink. They beat Eastern Illinois. Congratulations. They lost by 37 to Idaho. Yeah. They were 2-point favorites in that game. They lost by 37. I kind of like the Zags' chances here of covering the big number.
Just a bad day at shooting.
Rod already digging that hat out. Let's take a look at the box score in this Idaho game. They shot 33% from the field, 3 of 14 from beyond the arc, and 8 of 14 from the line. What happened on the boards? 25 boards, 11. What did Idaho do? Idaho shot 55% from the floor and 92% from the line. They got blitzed. Imagine what Gonzaga's going to do to them. What's that?
I said it's kind of looking like I said on a little.
No.
See, it's
State money line. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you're in the contest, you have any questions, any problems at all, you make sure you direct message Rod. He's there to cater to you. Don't by all means, don't post the question publicly so that everybody can get the answer to it. You make sure you take care of yourself first.